Hi guys, hello and welcome back to another video right here on the channel. So Melody, we have the amazing Everdell today to share with these folks.
Exciting.
You have been after seeing this one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so what I'll do, this is by Starling Games and I'll tell you straight away, this is cute. I've got nothing else in my collection like it. Let me show you the cover and I'll explain what we're doing. Okay, so there is the cover, and as you can see, you've got these cute little animals there. Okay, and the idea of this one is you are basically controlling. You've got to basically build a little town with the cards, like with the animals on and stuff like that. And it's all about points. So like at the end of, I think you've got like spring, summer, autumn. I think at the end of autumn or something, I think you've got you add up your points. So you can play it. I think it's, I'll have a look at the back of the box, but you can play a few players or you can play solo, which is what I predominantly bought it for, because my gaming these days, unfortunately, come down to a lot of solo gaming. So that is a main thing for me, really, if it's got a solo thing on it. Okay, so there's the lovely artwork there again. Okay, let's just spin it round here now. I say, so this one, I told Mel about, and you're just really excited, weren't you? Okay, it's more like a kind of worker placement. You have like a couple like little animals, like squirrels and whatever, and you've got to place like your little workers. They'll go to a spot on the board and they'll sort of get wood or they get stones or whatever, and that's what pays for the cards. Are you with me? Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you the back of the box, guys. Okay, so as you can see, you've got a big board there, and the feature of this game as well, Mel, is you've got a great big tree at the back of the board. And that basically holds your cards for you to draw new cards. So as you see, guys, like an awful lot of cards on there, and I can get closer in for you. You might be able to see some little piles at the back there of like little wood and stuff like that on the spots and the spaces. So let's have a look. This will explain it a lot better than my waffling away. Jess, I do apologise. Private joke there with Jess and Peyton. Okay, so it says Everdell. Everdell is a game of dynamic tableau building and worker placement that is fun for hobby and casual gamers alike. Okay, so tableau building it's basically a term used for sort of building a town or building something, you know, constructing stuff. Okay, so it says, here's the meat and taters of it now. Within the charming valley of Everdell, a civilization of forest critters is thriving and expanding. Will the sun shine brightest on your city before the winter moon rises? Okay guys, so this is for 1 to 4 players. Like I say, it's got a lovely solo mode where you play against the game. Age 10 up, and it says 40 to 80 minutes. It's got like a list of components which I'm not going to go into because we're going to see them. But I mean, look at this little fella here. Do you know what I mean? You know, just look how cute this game actually is. I mean, I want to play it right away. You know what I mean? It's okay. So we got nice green inlay on the box there. Okay, so straight away then we've got a rule book. Remind me, I'll go back and have a little look through that. I normally like the rule books on the bottom so I can show everything else off.
Yeah.
I need to put that down there. Okay, so what's this? Oh, that's interesting. Catalogue, spring 2019. Just showing Starling Games, and just shows some like their other games. These things, like if you're familiar with Fancy Flight, they do an awful lot of it. There's a booklet and everything, so maybe have a look through that later. Yeah. See what else I can spend my pennies on. Okay, we have a assembling the Evertree guide. Okay, so that is again the little tree that you get at the end. I've got the board. I'm gonna have a look at that in a minute. Okay, so we have our first tray of what I'm presuming to be many tokens. So if you just want to show that there. Yeah. So it's the first part of our tree. It's going to be quite big, this, you know.
It is going to be, yeah.
Okay, so that just basically clips together, goes to the end of the board. Yeah, did you show the other tokens on there as well? Yeah. Okay. More tokens there. More parts of the tree.
More of the tree.
Plus little tokens as well, like victory point tokens they are. The ones with the numbers on. You got more again. This time the 1 denomination for the currency, victory points. And I think that is what our tree is going to be. Yeah. Okay. So we have a little pack of cards. You want to show those off there? Okay. Oh, you've got to see this now. Look at that little fella there.
Oh, how cute is he?
Okay, so what basically happens, right, is within these cards now, they go into the middle of the board, yeah?
Yeah.
And what you got to do, it's like worker placement, so you put like your little animals, which you'll show in a minute, put those out, they go to a space on the board, and they collect whatever's there, wood, pebbles, whatever, I previously mentioned. You then go to the shop, which is in the middle of the board, and you'll have 8 of these cards out, and you can buy that card with what you've made. So you say it might take, say, 2 wood and a pebble to make a building, okay? So you get that building, and then you can either buy these little characters. I say he's an architect there, he's got like 2 victory points at the end of the game. Or, in some cases, I just pulled a totally mad card, a unique critter. You can get like a farm, and then you get like characters like him that are out on the board. Now, you don't have to buy that character, so you won't have to buy him if you've already got the farm out, because he goes to live in the farm. You with me? Yeah. Okay, so do you want to show the little meeples, we call these in gaming terms? If you maybe get 1 out of each one.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a bag of meeples, guys. Already they're looking nice. I can see a rabbit. I can see a squirrel. One's a hedgehog. I'm not really sure. What's the other one?
I'm not too sure what this one is.
Okay, so these are basically your little worker pieces. There's like a little mode in the game where, as you move through the seasons, I think you start off with like 2 little workers.
Yeah.
And then as you go on to
little rabbit.
Another season, you get an extra worker, and you get an extra worker again. So basically, what you start off is you start off slow, and it's like a slow burner. So you're building. So towards the end of the game, towards the end of the year, when you're harvesting, you've got more stuff to do. Are you with me? Yeah. Okay, so these are your resources. Okay, so that is supposed to be what is that one? Is that amber? Let me have a quick look at the board, guys, before I show you it, just so I can find out what that's supposed to be. Okay, resin it is. Sorry, I think that's resin. Okay, so if you show them,
Yeah. Oh, little resin.
These are berries.
Little berries. They actually look like little berries.
Okay. These are pebbles.
Oh, they listen. They sound like little pebbles.
Okay. These are just plastic components, guys, and they are your wood. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So, as we've got an 8-sided dice here as well, a D8. Right, what that's for is in the solo mode when you're playing against the game.
Yeah.
When you get one of these buildings, when you make your building, the opponent gets a card as well. But instead of him taking off like which one, you roll 1 to 8 on that, and then you say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he takes that card. So that's what the dice is for. And I don't want to normally do. I research my games quite heavily, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so we've got a couple of little baggies there. Okay, nothing else on the bottom of the box. I just want to show you the board, guys, and then we'll have a quick look over the rule book. So there you go, Mel. There's the board there.
This board's lovely, isn't it?
It's such a lovely little board. This looks like a really happy game to play. So up here is where we put our tree. Of note there, if you didn't want the tree, you actually got a tree stump.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got like little places here. So like you go on here and put like say one of your workers on. If you did, you get like 2 resin. Or if you put a worker here, you get a pebble. Or if you put a worker here, you get a card and a berry. You get the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. This here, the big part is called the meadow. That's where you put your 8 cards. That's basically your shop. Yeah?
Yeah.
And as I say, the tree will stand at the end of the board, like we've seen on the back of the box, and that will hold all your cards.
Cool.
And on the top layer of the tree, you put your little meeples, your little workers. So that's an absolutely beautiful board. It really is. I mean, I want to come off camera now and I want to play this. I'm just saying it because it just looks so happy.
It does.
Doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I love it.
Okay, so I'll have a quick look over the rule book, guys, as promised. Yeah, so it just tells us new year begins, and then it has a little overview of the game. So it says basically each turn you'll perform only 1 of 3 actions. You'll place a worker, so you put one down to get some pebbles or whatever. You'll play a card, or you'll prepare for a season. Okay? So you go spring, summer, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little overview of the game, and then we get a list of the components. There.
Okay.
Yeah, which we've just gone over there. That was resin. I nearly called it amber. I don't know why. Look at this.
Oh.
You know, I mean, this is just like the illustrations of the book. This game is just so happy, isn't it?
Yeah.
How could you not be
So
happy
cute.
playing this game? Yeah, and then obviously you how to play. Tells you how you place your workers, what you do, etc. Where are we? Play a card, drawing cards, preparing for the season. I mean, it's like something like Beatrix Potter would do, isn't it? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I mean, I'd imagine. I mean, you know, I'm 50 years old. Do you know what I mean? And I can't wait to play this. So I'd imagine if any of you out there who pick this up, who've got like younger kids.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not talking like young, like, but you know, like about 10, something like that. You know, I think that'd really work as one of those sort of rainy day kind of games. Okay, so it says about how you end the game. Yeah. Tells how we score and just shows us a little illustration of some of the cards. Guys. I mean, again, you know, the artwork on them. You need to see these cards up close. Gorgeous, you know, solo rules. So apparently our opponent is called Rugwort the Rascal, and that's him there.
And he looks like a rascal.
He does look like a little rascal, doesn't he? Okay, and then just an index. Now I like this because it basically just lists everything. It's not like an FAQ section, but it just lists what it is. So for example, here I'm looking like judge. It'll just say, when playing a critter or construction, you replace one resource from your listed cost with, you know, blah, blah. So if you ever get stuck, you just come to the back of the book here and say, okay, shopkeeper, that's what happens. Tells us all about the constructions, which are the buildings that we build. Oh, no, that's interesting. Tale of the Standing Stones, as told by Poe, the legendary storyteller. So there's a little bit of fluff in here. I'm not going to bore you with it, but like a little sort of story, you know. And then we get the end credits, and that was designed by James A. Wilson, for anyone interested. So there we go, that's the rule book, guys. So before we go, how excited are you to play this? Very. Me too, to be fair. Right guys, so if you're new here, please be nice and hit that subscribe button. Okay, we're going for 200 subs. Like the video, please share it, please feel free to share it. And more importantly than that, leave us a comment below. What do you think of this one? Would you play it? Is it too sweet for you? I know some people play sort of science fiction games or dungeon crawls or whatever who may not like this. Is it in your collection? If not, why not? Okay, so we'll leave it there. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. This has been Mel. I'm Nick. That was Everdell. And we'll see you all next month for another board game review.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.